I very welcome you in front of the Leopold Museum on this wonderful sunny day. The Leopold Museum is a quite young institution. Since 20 years we are existing, and we host an extraordinary collection of the 19th century and of the beginning of the 20th century, the classical modern art. The Leopold Museum goes back to one singular person, to the collector Rudolf Leopold and his wife Elizabeth. They started to collect art in the early 50s, 1950s, and collected for more than 6 decades. The main focus of the collection is the second part of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. One of our main focus is on the Austrian Art Nouveau, the Jugendstil, on the one hand, on the other hand, on the Austrian Expressionist art. The artists, the masters are mainly Gustav Klimt, Coleman Moser, but also, and first of all, Egon Schiele, where we host the world's largest collection of his work. So we are talking at about more than 200 works by Egon Schiele, more than 40 paintings and 190 works on paper. But this museum is also very famous for the Gesamtkunstwerk idea, which means that Rudolf Leopold collected art in the different media. Not only paintings and drawings, but also arts and crafts, glass, ceramics, leather, silver, and the furniture of the Art Nouveau. So now we are in one of our 2 galleries with works by Gustav Klimt. We had more than 20 paintings in our collection. On the one hand, the naturalistic works of the historian, but also, of course, the impressionist paintings. And the absolute masterpiece is here behind me. It's Death and Life by Gustav Klimt. He painted it in 1910 and won a golden medal in 1911 in the international exhibition in Rome. Gustav Klimt is sometimes dealing with the circle of life. It's a very symbolistic and allegoric piece, and we are wondering why he repainted this canvas some years later after he won this prize. At about 4 years later, he changed the painting, he changed the death, he concluded more than 4 other persons, and we have no idea why. It's a miracle. On the left side, we see this skeleton, a personification of the death. On the right side, the circle of life, 3 different generations, the old lady on the one hand, the young love pair, as well as the newborn child. This piece is dealing with unconsciousness. It's therefore about the interpretation of dreams after Sigmund Freud published it in 1900. And it's an absolute masterpiece. The people should not miss it if they visit the museum. So now we are in one of our wonderful galleries with paintings by Egon Schiele. We have more than 40 paintings by these artists. We present on the one hand landscapes, but also nudes and a lot of self-portraits as well. This is one of the most popular self-portraits from 1912. It's a self-portrait with Chinese lantern plant, and it's an attitude by Egon Schiele which is not so typical because normally he's staging in a very expressive manner. The gesture is very special, and in this painting he shows himself in a very static position. Confident on the one hand, fragile on the other hand. He is looking at us as observer, but in reality he is looking on himself. It's kind of an introspection, a search of his own identity. So it's a wonderful painting, and it's in correspondence with another painting by Egon Schiele showing Walli-Neuziel, his muse, model, manager, name it. These are just two of these wonderful paintings we can present to the audience by Egon Schiele, and it shows the really visionary collector Rudolf Leopold, who bought all these paintings at a time where Schiele was not as famous as nowadays. So now we are on the roof of the Leopold Museum. It's a quite new place consisting of this several platforms on the one hand, and also of this new architecture building, which is for events, for discussions, for press conferences, and so on. What we show inside the museum is Vienna around 1900, and this is like a live museum. So it's a transformation of the content, the story we are telling in the museum, and you can have a wonderful overview over the city. It's impressive. I think you will never forget this view. I hope you enjoyed these wonderful artworks you saw. Come to Vienna, come to Austria, enjoy the life, enjoy the culture, and let you inspire by all this beauty we are surrounded.